Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly, and today our topic is how to create Zoho Books invoice on Elementor Forms submission. So I'm running an online course business, and for registration of my course I have created an Elementor form that I have added on my website. Now what I want to do is that whenever I'm going to receive a new registration for my course, then automatically by using all the detail of that form submission, I want to create an invoice in my Zoho Books account. So here I want to automatically create the invoice. So for that, I'm going to build a connection between Elementor and Zoho Books. So for building this connection, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing software for automation and integration. Now with Pabbly Connect, whenever I'm going to receive a new form submission through my Elementor form, then automatically I will create a new invoice in my Zoho Books account. So how I'm going to build this connection? For that, let me take you to my computer screen. I hope all you can see my computer screen, and today we are going to see that how we can create Zoho Books invoice on Elementor Forms submission. So as the owner of an online course platform, I use Elementor Form to handle course signups and payments. So by linking the form to Zoho Books, I can automatically generate invoices for the new course enrollment as soon as the user submits their details in Elementor Form. So the seamless integration simplifies financial tracking, ensures accurate billing, and improves my overall workflow. So this will be allowing me to focus more on content creation and customer engagement, while Zoho Books can handle the invoicing automatically. So here I'm going to connect Elementor Form with Zoho Books to automatically create the invoices for the new form submission or for the new order for my courses that I'm going to receive through Elementor Form. So here I'm going to build this automation, and I'm going to build this connection between Elementor Form and Zoho Books without any coding and programming skills. So here for doing that, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. So with Pabbly Connect, I'm going to build this connection between Elementor Form and Zoho Books in such a way that whenever I'm going to receive a new form submission for a new order of a course, then automatically by using all the detail of that form submission, it will create a new invoice in Zoho Books. Now here for using Pabbly Connect, I need to open a new tab, and I need to search for pabbly.com/connect in my browser. And it will take us to this landing page of Pabbly Connect. Now here in the landing page, I have these two options of sign in and sign up for free. If you don't have any account with Pabbly Connect, then you can just click on this sign up for free button, and it will take only 2 minutes of your time, and you will get 100 free tasks every month. Or if you already have an account or you are an existing user, then you can just click on sign in, and you will get to see this page. So these are all the apps that Pabbly offers, and we are going to use Pabbly Connect here. For that, I just need to click on this Access Now button under Pabbly Connect. And this will direct us to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Now here in the dashboard, I need to create a new workflow, and for that, I'm going to click on this Create Workflow button, and this window will pop up. Now here I need to name my workflow, so I'm going to name it as my objective, which is to create Zoho Books invoice on Elementor Form submission. Now I need to select the folder where I want to save my workflow. So I'm going to open this tab, and here in this tab I will find all the folders that I have in my Pabbly Connect account, and in this I have this particular folder of automation. So I'm going to select this, and now I need to click on create. And this will take us to this most important window of our workflow. And here in this window, I have these two boxes of trigger and action. So trigger and action are the two main principles on which our workflow works on. And trigger says when this happens, action says do this. So trigger is going to be the first step that will get executed in our workflow, and action is just going to follow that. So here in my workflow, I need to first set up my trigger, and here I can only set up single trigger step and multiple action steps. So here for setting up my trigger, I need to search for my trigger application, and here I can only set up single trigger step and multiple action steps. So here for setting up my trigger, I need to search for my trigger application, and here in my trigger application, I'm going to use Elementor. So I'm going to select Elementor here, and now I'm going to give my trigger event. So I'm going to open this tab, and new form submission is going to be my trigger event. So I'm going to select this. And now I need to connect Elementor with Pabbly Connect in my workflow, and for that I'm going to use this webhook URL. So this webhook URL is going to work as a bridge between Elementor and Pabbly Connect. And now with this webhook URL, whenever I'm going to receive a new form submission from Elementor Form, then automatically I'm going to get that response here in Pabbly Connect. Now for connecting these two applications, I need to follow all these instructions. And first I need to copy this webhook URL. And now I'm going to take you to my Elementor account that I have as a plugin in WordPress. And with the help of Elementor, I have created a registration form or order form. So I'm going to take you to that. And this is my form that I have created by using Elementor. And by this form, I'm going to get the new registration for my courses. Now I need to connect this form with Pabbly Connect so that I can get all the form submission detail in Pabbly Connect. So here for connecting this form with Pabbly Connect, I need to click on this pencil icon button. Now I'm going to scroll down, and in this I have this particular option of actions after submit. So I need to open this, and here I need to add a new action. So in the action, I'm going to search for webbook, and I'm going to select that. Now that as I have added webbook as my action, I have this new tab of webbook. So I'm going to open this, and in this I have this tab of webbook URL. So here I need to add the webbook URL that I have copied from Pabbly Connect, and I'm going to paste that here. Now as I have added my webbook URL, now with this webbook URL, I'm going to connect this form with Pabbly Connect, and for every new form submission that I'm going to receive through this form, I'm going to get that response in Pabbly Connect. Now that I have added my webbook URL, I'm going to make this form publish, and I have saved all my details. Now here I have successfully connected my form with Pabbly Connect. Now let me take you to Pabbly Connect. And here in Pabbly Connect, we can see it is waiting for webbook response. Now for getting this webbook response, what I need to do is I need to create a new form submission. And as I will create a new form submission, then automatically I'm going to get that response of that form submission here in Pabbly Connect. So here for creating a new form submission, I'm going to take you back to my Elementor form, and I'm going to preview this form. Now this is my order form, and by using this form, I'm going to create a new form submission, and I'm going to register for a new course. So here I have to fill all these details, and here I have to give the first name of my customer. So my first name here will be John, last name going to be Karis, email will be johnkaris@pabblytudes.com. I'm going to give a random phone number, and now I'm going to select the course that I want to register for. So I'm going to open this tab, and here I have these 3 courses. So I can select any one that I want to register for, and I'm going to select this course of PHP programming. Now that I have filled all the required details, I'm going to click on send. And here we can see I have successfully created this new form submission. Now that I have created a new form submission, I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect. Now here in Pabbly Connect, we can see I have received all these details, and these are all the details of my form submission that I just created in my Elementor form. Now here I have my customer name, that is John. I have the last name, that is Karis. I have the random phone number of my customer. I have the email, that is johnkaris@pabblytudes.com. Also I have my course name, that is PHP programming. And with the course name, I have the amount of my course, that is 499 rupees. So here we can see that these were all the details of my form submission that I filled in my Elementor form. And as I've created that form submission, I have received all these details here in Pabbly Connect. Now that as I have received all these details, now what I want to do is I want to automatically use all these details of my form submission. And by using all these details, I need to create a new invoice for this particular purchase that I have received through Elementor form. Now by using all these details, I'm going to create an invoice in Zoho Books, and for automatically creating a new invoice, I need to set up my actions tab. So here I'm going to search for my action application, that is going to be Zoho Books, and I'm going to select Zoho Books here. Now here for creating a new invoice in Zoho Books, I need to first create a new customer in my Zoho Book account, and here for creating the new customer, I'm going to use all the detail of my customer that I received through my Elementor form submission. So here I'm going to give my action event, so I'm going to open this tab, and here create contact is going to be my action event. So I'm going to select this, and I'm going to connect Zoho Books with Pabbly Connect in my workflow. So I'm going to click on connect. I'm going to click on add new connection, and for connecting Zoho Books with Pabbly Connect, I need to click on connect with Zoho Books. Now here first I have to give a domain, and here for getting my domain, I'm going to take you to my Zoho Books account. And I have my domain in my path URL. So here in my path URL, I have this domain of zoho.in. So I'm going to use this domain for connecting Zoho Books with Pabbly Connect. Now let me take you back to Pabbly Connect, and I'm going to type my domain as zoho.in. And now I'm going to click on save. And here I have to click on accept to give access to my account. So I'm going to do that. And here I have successfully connected Zoho Books with Pabbly Connect. Now here first I have to select my organization where I want to create my contact or my customer. So here in my Zoho Books account, I only have one organization, so that is already selected. And if you have multiple organizations, then you can select the particular organization where you want to create your customer. Now I have to select my contact type, and here I want to create a new customer. So I'm going to select customer as my contact type. And now I'm going to give the language code. So I'm going to open this tab, and I'm going to keep my language as English. So I'm going to select EN, which is the language code. So I'm going to select that. And now I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to give the currency ID. So I'm going to open this tab, and here I need to select my currency in which I want to create my invoice. So I'm going to create my invoice in Indian rupees. So I'm going to search for that, and I'm going to select that as my currency ID. Now I have all these tabs. So here I'm going to use all the required details or the details that I've received from my Elementor form, and I'm going to use all those details to create a new person or a new customer in my Zoho Books account. So I am only going to fill the required details or the details that I've received from my Elementor form. So by using my responsive Elementor form, I'm going to map those details here in these tabs, and here first I have to give the contact name. So here I'm going to map the name of my customer from my responsive Elementor, and I'm going to use mapping for that. So what mapping is a technique through which I can retrieve the data from the previous steps, and the data that is changing will get replaced with the new data in the real time. So for mapping, I need to click here. I'm going to open this responsive Elementor, and here this is the first name of my customer. So I'm going to map this, I will give a space, and I'm going to map the last name. So this is going to be my contact name. Now I'm going to scroll down, and similarly I'm going to give the contact person first name and the last name. So I'm going to map that too. Now that I have added the first name and the last name, I'm going to map the email and the phone number. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to open this responsive Elementor, and here this is the email address. So I'm going to map this. Similarly, I'm going to map the phone number. Now I have filled all the required details that I've received from my Elementor form submission, and I have all these other tabs too, but I'm not receiving these details from my Elementor form submission, so I'm not going to fill these details. But if you want to fill these details, you can do that too. I'm just going to scroll down, and here I have this tab of is taxable. So here what I need to do is I need to create this tab blank, and I'm going to create this tab blank because I'm not creating my customer as a taxable person, and I'm not going to create any GST invoices for my customers. So that's why I'm going to make this tab blank. So for that, I need to first make this tab dynamic, and for that I'm going to toggle on this map button, and now I'm going to clear this default response. Now I have cleared this tab. I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to click on Save and Send Test Request button. And here we can see I have received this response. So this is a positive response, and this means that I have created a new customer or I have created a new contact in my Zoho Books account. Now to check whether I've created a new contact or a new customer in Zoho Books or not, let me take you to my Zoho Books account. And here in Zoho Books, I'm going to search for customers. And here this is my list of active customers or my customers. And in this we can see I have just created this new customer that is named as John Karras. I have the email that is johnkarras@pabblytudes.com, and I have the random phone number of my customer. Now here we can see that these are all the details of my form submission that I have received through Elementor form. And as I have received all these details, I have first created a new customer in my Zoho Books account. Now that as I've created a new customer, I want to create a new invoice for this particular customer in Zoho Books for the course that he has purchased. So as I've created a new customer, I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect. And now for creating a new invoice, I need to add one more action step. And here in this action step, I need to again use Zoho Books. So I'm going to search for that, and I'm going to select Zoho Books here. And now I'm going to give my action event. So I'm going to open this tab, and create sales invoice is going to be my action event. So I'm going to select this. And now I'm going to connect Zoho Books with Pabbly Connect in my workflow. So I'm going to click on connect. And I have already created this connection between Zoho Books and Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to use this existing connection, and I'm going to click on save. Now that I have connected Zoho Books with Pabbly Connect, I need to fill all these details to create a new invoice. So here I'm going to fill all the required details, and first I need a customer. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this tab dynamic, and I'm going to map the customer ID for the customer who I have just created in my previous tab of Zoho Book. So I'm going to first toggle on this map button. I'm going to clear this default response, and now I'm going to map the customer ID of the customer that I've just created in my previous tab of Zoho Book. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to open this response of Zoho Books, and in this response, I'm going to search for the contact ID. So here this is the contact ID of my customer. So I'm going to map this. And now with this customer ID, I'm going to create my invoice for this particular customer. Now I'm going to scroll down and here I'm going to fill the required details. So first I have to give the exchange rate, and here you can keep any exchange rate that you want to use. I'm going to keep 1 as my exchange rate, so I have filled that. Now I'm going to scroll down and I have to give the line item name. So here in my line item name, I'm going to give the name of my course or my product. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to open this response of Elementor, and here this is the name of my course. So I'm going to map this. Now I have to give the line item rate. So here for the line item rate, I'm going to use my line item name, and in my line item name, I have the line item rate or the amount of my course. Now here I want to retrieve this amount from my course name, and for that I'm going to use a particular tool that Pabbly Connect offers. And for using that tool, I need to add one more action step between these two steps of Zoho Books. So I'm going to add one more action step here. And now I'm going to use my tool that is text formatter by Pabbly. So I'm going to search for that, and I'm going to select text formatter by Pabbly here. Now I'm going to give my action event. So I'm going to open this tab, and text parser is going to be my action event. So I'm going to select this. And now I'm going to connect text formatter by Pabbly with Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to click on connect. And here first I have to give my text. So here in my text, I'm going to use my course name. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to open this response of Elementor. And here this is my course name. So I'm going to map that. And now I'm going to give my text match after and text match before. So by filling out these details, I'm going to pass the amount of my course from this particular text. So here I'm going to use this brackets that I have in my amount name, and between these brackets I have my amount. So I'm going to use these brackets as my text match after and text match before. So I'm going to type that here. And now as I've filled these details, I'm going to pass the text that I have between these brackets. So I'm going to click on Save and Send Test to Good button. And here we can see I have received this response. So in the response I have my result, and in the result I have the line item amount, that is 499 rupees. So this is the amount of my course that I need for creating the invoice. So I'm going to open this response of Zoho Books. I'm going to scroll down, and now I'm going to give my line item rate. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to open this response of text formatter, and here this is my line item rate. So I'm going to map this. Now I'm going to give the line item quantity. So here I'm going to keep a default quantity of 1. And now I'm going to scroll down, and I have this particular option of line item text ID. So here for my course, I don't have any GST amount or any tax amount. So I'm going to clear this tab too. So I'm going to toggle on this map button. I'm going to clear this default response. And now I've filled all the required details. Now I'm going to scroll down, and I have all these details of tax and discounts. But I'm not going to fill these details because these are not the required details, and I'm not going to need these details for creating a new invoice. So I'm just going to scroll down. Now I'm going to click on Save and Send Test to Good button. And here we can see I have received this response. So this is a positive response, and this means that I have created a new invoice for my customer who has purchased my course or who has registered for my course by using Elementor Form. So here I have successfully created this invoice, and to check whether I have created a new invoice or not, let me take you to Zoho Books. And in Zoho Books, I'm going to go to Invoices. And here in Invoices, we can see I have just created this new invoice for John Karras. So I'm going to open this. And here this is my invoice that I've just created for my customer who has named as John Karras. So I have the name of my customer, I have the name of my product or my course, that is PHP programming. I have the quantity, that is 1. I have the unit rate, that is 499 rupees, and I have the total amount, that is 499. So here we can see that I have used all the detail of my form submission from Elementor Form, and by using all those details, I have successfully created a new invoice in Zoho Books. So here I have automatically created this invoice in Zoho Books by using all the detail of my form submission from Elementor Form. Now whenever I'm going to receive a new registration or a new order for a course from Elementor Form, then automatically by using the detail of that form submission, I will first create a new customer in Zoho Books, and after creating that customer, I'm going to create the invoice for that particular customer in Zoho Books. So like this, I can automatically create an invoice in Zoho Books by using all the detail of my Elementor Form submission. So here I have successfully created this invoice by setting up this automation between Elementor and Zoho Books, and I have created this connection and this automation with the help of Pabbly Connect. So let me take you to Pabbly Connect, and with Pabbly Connect, I have connected Elementor with Zoho Books, and I have created this connection to automatically create Zoho Books invoice on Elementor Form submission. So let's summarize what we did here. So first I have set up my trigger, and my trigger application was Elementor, and my trigger event was new form submission. Then I have set up my actions tab, and my action application was Zoho Books, and my action event was create contact. After this, I have used text formatter by Pabbly, and here my action event was text parser to get the amount of my product or my course. And in the last, I have again used Zoho Books, and here my action event was create sales invoice. So this is how I have successfully created this workflow, and you can also create this workflow by following all the steps that I did in my workflow. And I'm also going to put the link of my workflow in the description so you can check it out from there. And thank you for watching this video. Not just these applications, you can automate and integrate a lot more applications like this with Pabbly Connect. If you want to reach out to us, then you can email us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any issues or queries related to our workflow, then you can check the forum link. And if you have any issues related to the pricing of Pabbly Connect or Pabbly, then you can check out this link. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to our channel.